I would like to know, who do you think is better? Salma Hayek or Halle Berry? Jessica Alba. Nicole Kidman, Jessica Biel.
I would take Salma Hayek.
Margot Robbie. Julia Roberts. Jennifer Lawrence. A smooth and sensual Cameron Diaz.
Doesn't matter. Selma's got them all knocked down.
Catherine Zeta-Jones. We're taking Salma.
Salma Hayek has so much tits and so much ass that there's kind of no way to avoid it.
Emily Blunt. Anne Hathaway. Ana de Armas. Lisa Kudrow. Jennifer Aniston. Courtney Cox. Salma beats all three. Charlize Theron. Emelia Clarke. Kim Kardashian. Not even a chance against Salma. She ain't Salma. She ain't Salma.
And if I gotta say it in front of God and everyone, God damn it, it's Salma Hayek.
Yeah, it is.
Working Perspectives Podcast presents Ask AI.
Hello and welcome to the Working Perspectives Podcast presents Ask AI. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied by the one and only Bern Doesn't. On this show, we'll be asking AI the hard-hitting questions and seeing if AI truly has all the answers. There's no question too crazy, no inquiry too outrageous, and no query too queer. AI may have all the answers, but we're here to prove that you can't have great answers without great questions. If you'd like to send us some questions to ask AI, please comment on this episode or message us on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. Tonight's question is, AI, is there anyone better than Salma Hayek? Enjoy the show. Is there anyone better than Salma Hayek? Nuts on your chin on the intro, my guy. Benoit Poutcasse, how you doing?
Nothing gets me psyched up like those nuts on the chin of the intro. Every week it comes through, man. It's like a little
nuts on the chin, daddy.
It's like a little chug of Jolt Cola back when I was 12 years old. It just makes me see blue and want to go. So,
dude, Jolt Cola would make Red Bull its bitch. Am I right or am I right?
Red Bull doesn't have the rocks to even think about Jolt Cola. They had to put it to bed.
Yeah.
It was killing children.
Yeah, Jolt Cola was like the Four Loko of energy drinks.
You want to see something weird? I don't remember what it tastes like. If you ask me what did Jolt Cola taste like, I would say the color blue. Because that's all that's just, you ever like close your eyes and like rub your eyes a bunch and then you see colors?
Oh yeah.
That was a sip of Jolt Cola, man. It made me feel the color blue. You interpret that however you want.
Yeah, if you did you ever do enough cocaine to run through a wall? That was Jolt Cola as a 12-year-old, babe. Let me tell you. Yeah. Fun fact, I said Four Loko. Found this out. Stephen Neal, former Patriots lineman.
Is this an official fun fact or just a Jolt Cola offset fun fact?
Offset fun fact. This isn't the official fun fact.
Oh my God. You're bombarding me with all these fun. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
All right, so this is the offset fun fact because we were speaking of Jolt Cola, but Stephen Neal, former offensive lineman for the New England Patriots, also two-time national champion, college national champion heavyweight wrestler. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Guess who he beat in the finals of the NCAA finals?
Jolt Cola.
Brock Lesnar.
No shit.
Oh, dude, Stephen Neal was awesome. They had him pegged to go to the Olympics. He lost to Kerry McCoy. Really great wrestler. Wrestled at Cal Poly, maybe? Something like that. I don't know. But his specialty was a double leg takedown. But he ended up playing lineman for the New England Patriots. And Matt Light told a story on the Games with Names podcast where he talked about how when Four Loko was going out at, like, they were going to cancel Four Loko, Stephen Neal bought like as many cases as he could. He had like pallets of Four Loko, and he would just house them, right? Like he's doing like 6 in a shot, you know what I mean? Like 6 in a night, where that would kill the normal person, but he just handles it. Apparently, he was like, I mean, dude, you're a 2-time national champion wrestler that beat Brock Lesnar. You're a beast. A beast.
Yeah, and you're
You know?
protecting Tom Brady. You're built a little different than the average Joe.
He was the scapegoat when they lost the 08 Super Bowl to the
Who?
Giants.
Who?
Stephen
The
Neal.
who? The who?
To the New York Football Giants.
Oh yeah, I do. I vaguely remember
Giants.
that night. I vaguely remember one of the greatest sports nights of my entire life
Well, I
on
think
a roof in Manayunk, a rainy roof in Manayunk, watching that game. Yeah, I do recall that game. I recall it.
I believe the stat was when Stephen Neal was in, the Giants had no sacks. Then he got injured and had to leave, and then the Giants ended with 8 sacks. So he was scapegoated. I believe
Feels
that's
like
the
that
stat.
one's not really on Stephen Neal. Sounds like he was super awesome before he got hurt, and like that's a tough one to take.
And then they didn't do their job. The New England Patriots didn't do their job. Whoever didn't do his job.
Wait, I thought they always do their job.
Apparently not that night. Either way, let's keep it on moving down the road, because guess what, Bern? Your boy has got a fun fact.
An official fun fact?
Official fun fact, Daddy.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm excited.
Okay. Do you know what prompted the creation of Google Images? Because there was Google, and then there was Google Images.
No, I would have just assumed it was just like an evolution of Google trying to eat up all the things that other places on the internet were doing, and Google being like, we'll do that here now, and that'll be your place for that.
Nope, there was an exact place and time when it was created. Fun fact, Google Images was created after Jennifer Lopez wore that infamous dress at the 2000 Grammys. So many people were searching for her outfit that the search engine added an image function. In the fast-paced world of technology, significant innovations often arise from unexpected sources. Do you remember the dress we're talking about, where it was
the green dress,
it came down and like connected right above her cooch and then opened? Yeah, I mean, she looked great, you know.
In 2000, I was at the time of the 2000 Academy Awards, I was 17 years old.
It was the Grammys. Sorry.
Oh, the Grammys.
Yeah.
Okay,
sorry. Does that change it?
Yeah. So you goddamn butter believe that I was aware of Jennifer Lopez's dress that
baby. Do you know how many? Do you know how many boys went through puberty because of that dress? My God.
I was already there. I had the help of I had the help of the great MTV show Singled Out.
Oh, great show. Jenny McCarthy.
And followed by Carmen Electra. Jenny McCarthy is very important to a 14-year-old Bern Podcast. I learned a lot about life. I learned a lot about myself, and I owe her a debt of gratitude. But yeah, 17-year-old Bern Podcast was also very aware of Jennifer Lopez's Grammy dress. I don't know if it's a fun fact, but it's a fun memory. Do you remember when the South Park guys showed up at the Academy Awards and Trey Parker was also wearing the dress that J-Lo had on?
Wasn't it for Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, right?
Yeah, they were nominated for
Best animated, right?
No, for best song. There was no best animated category. They were nominated for best song twice, for Blame Canada and for Kyle's Mom's a Bitch. They did not win an Oscar that night.
They should have been nominated for What Would Brian Boitano Do, and they definitely would have won. Can I tell you something, Bern? I mean, I'm okay with South Park. I'm not like uber great about it, but it was kind of ruined for me because when South Park came out, the amount of like Cartman impersonations, I just couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand it. And it really was like a turn off for me. Also, I think basketball might be their best work.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone had taken a lot of acid the night of those Academy Awards, and
doctor.
We're actually kind of relieved they didn't win an Oscar, because by the time that category came up, they would have been very ill prepared to give a speech. And now, as like an old guy, Trey Parker's like, it seemed hilarious at the time, but if I had won an Academy Award wearing that dress, having to go on stage, being high on acid, like, I have kids now.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would have wrangled this situation.
Who knows? My goodness, who knows?
But
I'll tell you,
not all heroes wear thongs, you know?
True. Bern, little side note, J-Lo's date to the 2000 Grammys, Sean Puffy Combs. Yeah, that didn't age well, did it, J-Lo?
Diddy rearing his ugly head on this podcast again. It's like no matter what we do, we can't get away from Diddy. It's
no matter. He done Diddy it again. He Diddy it up.
Even if we go like, we just can't get away from him. We just can't get out of the Diddyverse.
Okay, let's keep it moving. Keep it on moving down the road. Bern, would you like to hear a joke?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Let's give it another shot.
Okay, here we go. Bern, why couldn't the bike stand up on its own?
Why couldn't? I don't know.
It was too tired.
I want you to listen to me, okay? And I want you to listen to me very clearly. I don't know what you think is happening here. I don't think it's what you think is happening here. Do you understand? Look, I want you to look at me. Look at me. This is not a joke, dude, okay? I have a whole life outside of this. I have children. I have a job. I have responsibilities. I have things that I need to take care of. I carve a little time out to come fuck around with you on a Tuesday night, and you're going to give me 2 tires? This is what we want people to think of us, right? This is what we're selling. This is how we're going to quit our day jobs with tired bikes. What do you do all week, man? Just I want you to just take a deep breath and really think about this next time you think you have a hilarious joke idea, okay? Because I'm about to lose my shit.
So, okay. Tonight's question. Hey, AI, is there anyone better than Salma Hayek? For my money, that's a no. She's top of the chart. She's the best. She's number one. She has been ever since I laid eyes on her. We're going to go over a few categories and talk and discuss on the different ranges and different eras, I guess you would say, of Salma Hayek. Bern, let's talk. Salma Hayek, you know her, you love her. She's incredible. She's amazing. When did you discover Salma Hayek?
Let's get right to brass tacks here. All right. Salma Hayek is a beautiful woman. With a body that is actually I don't know. She is becoming more attractive with every year that goes by in a way that most men and women can't even comprehend. Like, I'm not quite sure how old she is now, but I know that every time I see her, I feel like she's hotter than the last time I saw her. And I have trouble putting anybody else, like thinking of anybody else who falls into that category. Maddie,
I don't know anyone.
obviously, right. We're talking about the beauty and like just bomb diggity that is Salma Hayek. You would agree, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. She's so, for most men, right? You're either a ass man or a sweater puppies man, right? I mean, to be fair, I think we're all both, right? But there's, if a choice had to be made, you would pick, some guys would pick the headlights, some guys would pick the back porch. You know what I mean? Right? It's tough. It's the hardest thing to be asked, you know? One of the amazing things about Salma Hayek, and it's not just her beauty, it's not just her talent, but she has both, baby. She got the back porch with, the creme de la cremes, right? She's got the sweater meat and she's got the wagon she's dragging, okay? She's got it all. She says it all. She does it all. I'll tell you, for me, I discovered her. It was 1999 in a movie called Dogma. Thank you, Kevin Smith. Thank you.
Oh, a little serendipity is what you're saying
Oh,
right now.
Candy girl, oh, you're all my world. That is the truth. Yeah, for those who haven't seen it, your boy, 14-year-old old Uncle Matty, 14. So just dow all day long. That's what you're doing at 14. You're just kaboosh. But whatever. So watching Dogma, there's a scene in a strip club, and who's up there stripping to the song Candy Girl by our guy's New Edition? And boy, oh boy. I became a man that night. I became a man that night in Lansdale, PA, on the floor of my parents' living room, watching Dogma on VHS. She made a man out of me, Bern. She made a man out of me. She was incredible. And I'll tell you, she's only gotten better, right? Like you're saying, Desperado, Dust Till Dawn. But even now in her later years, in the Eternals, she was the hottest one. And she's 58 years old.
Get the fuck out of town.
I will not. I will not get the fuck out or the fuck in. Okay? She is a stunner. She always has been, and she always will be. All right? 58 years old, has never looked any better. She's classless. She's timeless. She has it all. Let's talk about it, Bern. Let's talk about the different eras of the one and only Salma Hayek. So, Salma Hayek, let's see. I first discovered her in Dogma. You first discovered her in Desperado and Four Rooms, right?
Yeah, I'm a couple years older than you, and I discovered her appropriately a couple years before.
But I'm trying to think, who was her competition in the late 90s? You had the stars of the late 90s. You had your Julia Roberts. You had your Catherine Zeta-Jones. But then you had weird ones that people forget, like Renee Zellweger.
Meg Ryan.
Come on. You think they hold a candle to Salma Hayek? They don't.
And
I'll
listen,
tell you now, they don't. So let's do some comparisons, Bern, okay? I'm going to give you a couple comparisons, and we'll do these as 90 comparisons. You tell me who's better, all right? Julia Roberts. Who's better, her or Selma?
Julia Roberts had a couple movies that were maybe a little bit bigger right around that time, but for my money, Julia Roberts always kind of plays Julia Roberts.
Right.
Salma Hayek, I think she's a more interesting actress. I would take Salma Hayek.
Agreed. And then we already talked about Meg Ryan, but I'm going with Selma over Meg Ryan, correct?
Easy, no question.
Yeah, and then let's talk about, Lisa Kudrow, Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox. Selma beats all three, no problem.
Take the whole cast and throw in Schwimmer. It doesn't matter. Selma's got them all knocked down.
Then let's move on to the 2000s, right?
Okay.
Let's talk about your girl, Halle Berry, right? Now, that's a tough one because I love me some Halle B. Love me some Halle B, right? But she ain't Selma.
Here's the deal.
She ain't Selma.
I also love me some Halle Berry, right? But in Dogma, Salma Hayek was legitimately funny. She was legitimately one of the funnier parts and was as funny and as comedic as a movie that was stuffed full of jokes and comedians.
Yeah.
Halle Berry, I love you. But have you ever seen Halle Berry be funny?
I
On
mean,
purpose?
if you consider her telling a dog to attack a man's balls in John Wick 3 funny, then yeah, but no.
So no, I gotta take Selma.
So let's keep it moving. Other comparisons, we have Nicole Kidman, not even a chance against Salma.
Phenomenal actress. I still don't think she has as much in her toolbox as Salma Hayek does.
No, and I've talked about it on the show before. If you had a crush on Nicole Kidman back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and you were a guy claiming that she was your girl, you're gay. And now you're gay. And it's not a problem. You're just gay. Because if you had a crush on Nicole Kidman in the late 90s / early 2000s and you were a teenage boy, you were lying because you're gay. And it's fine. Just be gay. Don't lie about it. Right?
I mean, your name was either Alex Lavelle or Tom Cruise, but the result was the same no matter what, right?
Amen to that, partner. Amen to that. Don't forget a smooth and sensual Cameron Diaz.
Okay, now we're talking a little bit here, right?
We're talking here. What we're doing? We're talking here. Cameron
Now-
Diaz and Salma Hayek in late 90s, early 2000s. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Now we're talking here because Cameron Diaz has also shown the ability to be both really, really funny if given like the opportunity.
Oh yeah.
But also serious, also vulnerable, also played some weird roles. She took some chances in her career, which I always respect, the same way Hayek did.
Yeah.
Here's the only issue. Cameron, she kind of quit, right?
She did Bad Teacher, got dry humped by JT, and called it a night. You know what I mean, baby?
And that was like 9 years ago. So I will say, listen, if we're to go like straight like 2005, I feel like Cameron Diaz versus Salma Hayek is a heavyweight battle. I feel like it's a 12-round fight. It's a split decision. It's going to come down to the way the judges see it.
And I think it's going to be. I mean, it might be a split decision, but it's going Hayek's way. Just because your girl Diaz, she got that Taylor Swift thing going. She ain't got the Salma Hayek body. You know what I mean?
And we don't want to make it all about tits and ass here. You know what I mean?
We're gonna make it a lot about that, though. We're gonna make it a lot about that. Sure.
Well, unfortunately, Salma Hayek has so much tits and so much ass that there's kind of no way to avoid it.
Let me ask you about this one then. We're gonna stay in the 2000s, right? Okay. And we're introduced to a couple new ones. All right. First one I'm gonna throw out to you, Charlize Theron. Charlize Theron.
Very attractive, and then like puts on 1 million pounds and gets some weird prosthetics and wins an Oscar for Monster. Yeah. Right.
And then took all that stuff off and was like, look, I'm still an Australian smoker.
I think she's South African, actually. I believe Charlize is South African.
You know what? You're right, mate. She is South African.
South African.
She's from South Africa.
That's not bad, dude. That's not bad. That's not bad.
She's got to be the number one export out of South African since apartheid. You know what I mean? You like that little South Africa?
Where'd you get that in your bag,
Africa, mate?
I didn't know you had that.
You know, mate. Little South Africa.
That's good.
Afrikaners.
That's really good.
But we're moving on. Catherine Zeta-Jones. We're taking Salma, right?
We're taking Salma.
Penelope Cruz tried to be a contender to Salma's title, but she couldn't do it.
I feel like Penelope Cruz, as gorgeous as she is reminds me of like Salma Hayek's younger sister. You know what I mean? Where you're like,
nailed it.
That's cute. That's cute too. But like,
you'd be like, I'll take her if Selma's not available, but it's Selma first, Daddy, and it's always
Correct.
Selma.
Correct.
Let's keep it going, Bern. I got some people, so we're going to do it. We're going to go through some of the ages. End in the 2010s, starting the 2000 teens, okay? I'm going to throw one name out there right now. I'm going to throw one name out there right now, Bern. Okay, you listening?
I'm all ears.
A young Jessica Alba.
Selma. Listen,
She had that young cute, but she didn't have the timeless,
she didn't have
she's not
this.
timeless. She's not
She didn't have.
timeless.
She's a very beautiful woman. She didn't have the sass,
No.
and she didn't
God,
have the comedy chops.
no. And she didn't have
And
the
for me,
cuteness. The
for me,
cuteness.
do you want to hear a quote from Salma Hayek when they
No,
asked
please.
her
Please,
7 years
please,
ago
please, please.
why she was still single?
Yeah.
She said, "I'm waiting to meet a man who has bigger balls than I do."
God damn. Damn.
She was
That's
right.
Salma. What we doing?
That's vintage Selma
What are we
right
even
there. That's
doing?
vintage.
That's Salma, babe. That's Salma. What
Just
are we even doing? What are we
joking
doing?
around.
We gotta explore. There's people that stepped up. You stepped up. Hey, kudos for stepping up. You stepped up. But you're not Salma. All right, let's keep it moving. Moving on, Bern. I'm gonna throw you a name. Are you ready?
Always.
We're keeping it Jessica, but this time we're going Jessica Biel. Now I know you're a Bielman. You're a Bielman. You're a Bielman.
I listen. Yeah, have I dabbled? Have I dabbled in some Biel? Have I?
Sure.
I've proudly been a Bielman at times.
Sure.
Biel can't go big the way Selma can go big. Biel acts from within. Selma can act from within, but she can also be an angel who happens to be a stripper with a python and then make three
Oh,
jokes.
baby. Yeah.
I,
I nailed
I
it.
think it's Selma, and I don't think it's close.
Yep. Let's keep it moving. Keep it on moving down the road. We're gonna slide. Into the 2010s here, Bern. First one, 2010s. A young and daring Anne Hathaway. Your thoughts? I'll tell you, Annie Hathaway in the Catwoman suit, in, Batman 3 or whatever the hell it's called. That ass. What are we doing, Bern?
Yeah, this is an interesting one because I know, Maddie, I know you're a musical guy, right?
Big time. Big time.
I know you've seen Les Mis.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cried my dick off.
And we know that Hathaway has some chops.
She can throw it.
This is actually kind of interesting because I don't know that we've seen Selma.
Does Selma sing?
Does Selma sing?
Let me ask you this, Bern.
Selma
Can I ask you this
sing?
one question? And you need to let me know right now if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Does Selma need to sing for her supper? Well, we don't. What are we even doing, Bern?
You know what?
Fucking Selma.
Selma doesn't sing. You know why? She doesn't have to.
She doesn't fucking have to.
She doesn't have to.
Get on. Come on.
Great one with Hathaway there. Hathaway's
good because she's got the chops. She's got choppies, Let's keep it moving. I got another one for you. And this one, she's pretty timeless. She's pretty good. A young and virile Emily Blunt. Your thoughts? What we doing with Blunt?
Ooh.
One, accents. Accents work. Accents work. As long as they're not Russian. Accents work. Okay? And she's got the posh gimmick. What we even doing with the posh gimmick? What we doing with the posh gimmick? All right?
And she's funny.
And she's funny. Emily Blunt is
legit funny. She did Day After Tomorrow, so we've seen her
good
in some action.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Action roles. You
did a Rami Kami or two.
Sure, did a Rami Kami or two. I'm gonna admit,
kid's gimmick. She could sing with Poppins.
Oh shit, Maddie. Okay, listen. We got
talent here. We got talent.
We may have. Okay, so I thought Charlize was the most legitimate, heavyweight fight with Selma. Emily Blunt.
Because Blunt is class too. One thing Salma Hayek has is class.
30 Rock, the show where I don't know if there has ever been a show that has more like jokes per minute written into the script. And some of them are real highbrow and kind of esoteric, and some of them are absolute
Good college
nonsense
work.
and the lowest form of comedy.
Mhm.
And Salma Hayek rolled into 30 Rock,
And she was
stole Alec
esoteric on
Baldwin's heart.
everything.
She was very esoteric. Selma Hayek in a photo. Emily Blunt was a good one. That was really
Yeah.
good, actually, because they're both funny, they're both talented, they're both sexy, they're both classy.
So here we go. Bern, we'll keep it moving. Your next one, Jennifer Lawrence. America's
Funny.
Sweetheart. America's Sweetheart.
Sweetheart.
America's
Funny.
Sweetheart. She did a movie in Philadelphia that crushed. Silver Linings Playbook. I've watched it recently. Crushed. Great movie. Great movie. And I was at the 44-6 game. Great movie. Great movie.
Funny.
Funny.
Genuine.
Genuine.
Talented, but can she do the damsel in distress?
See, that's the thing. She's done the action, but in the Hunger Games, she was the lead. She wasn't distressed. She was the hero that fought through the adversity, right? Then she was Mystique. She even though she was like a love interest for Beast and all the other gang, she was more like an equal love interest.
Still
right?
running her own. Yeah, she was still in charge of her own business. She
wasn't like, oh, protect me, save me. It was like, we're running together. I want to be with the alpha because I'm alphaing up. We're alphas together.
And listen, let's make it clear. I'm not. There's a million women. I mean, we have a lot of women who are fans of the show, listen to the show, and I'm not saying that
male demographic.
Salma Hayek in Desperado was the most interesting damsel in distress of all time. Because then eventually she started shooting people in the chest with sawed-off shotguns.
Yeah.
But she didn't start there. I don't know that Lawrence has the vulnerability that Salma Hayek does.
Not in the same way. It's like her vulnerability, I agree with you there, because her vulnerability is almost like striking, right? Like she combats her vulnerability with like anger and violence and insult and things like that. That's what I envision, right? She doesn't do it she does it like a guy almost, where like she doesn't have like a full vulnerability of like, I want to be saved. She does want to be saved, but she doesn't want to have to ask. She just wants you to help, right?
And she's not going to wait for it. So by the end of it, you're going to be like, I like half saved you, but you're kind of saving yourself. And you know what? That's not a knock on the way she plays her characters, but it does make that range a little smaller than what Selma has. She doesn't quite have that in her bag. Could a 20-year-old Salma Hayek played Katniss Everdeen? You're goddamn motherfucking right.
Oh, she would nail it.
She could have
nail it. Okay, Bern, let's keep it moving. Coming at you with this, Bern. Salma Hayek, or the mother of dragons herself, the one and only Emelia Clarke with the blonde hair. Boom! Not only do you got, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous. We've seen her full frontal and from behind. We've seen her take, we've seen her give. She's got the T, she's got the A. She's got the hero worship goddess, right? But then she was in another movie where she played like she helped like a paraplegic, right? So she's got the girl next door gimmick that you fall in love with. You know what I mean? Like she's got it. She's got it, babe. Whatever it is. Boom.
Here's where I think the rubber meets the road. I love Emelia Clarke for her role on Game of Thrones and the way she played a character that I feel is very near and dear to my heart.
All right, that was wishful thinking because of my love for Khaleesi.
Yes, right. Catalog, man. I mean, it's not close.
And that's your answer right there.
There we go.
And that's your answer. That's your answer right there. Let's keep it moving. Keep it moving on down the road. Next one we got Benoit Pahud to say. I'm going to go with a young and vibrant Ana de Armas. Ana de Armas.
Well, I mean, young and vibrant Ana de Armas is current day Ana de Armas. I mean, she's pretty young and vibrant. De Armas is not there yet, but I will say, if we revisit this conversation in 7 years,
we could be talking.
She's got a shot for sure. She's got a shot.
She just doesn't have the catalog yet.
She doesn't have the catalog yet. Not
enough.
Yeah,
she doesn't have the catalog yet. Yeah, okay, but she has potential. So let's keep it moving. Next person, and I'll tell you, this one's a toughie. The Australian goddess Margot Robbie.
That's not.
Robbie, mate. It's Margot Robbie, mate. Oi. Margot
That
Robbie.
that feels unfair to.
She doesn't have the catalog yet? Or, I mean, dude.
No.
I think we were all introduced to her in the same time, right? Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
She did an incredible accent.
The dirty jers.
Nailed it. Guinea Gulch. I'm from Guinea Gulch.
Yeah.
Right? And then, dude, full frontal.
Well, not only full frontal, but like, okay, Robbie, right? Did you see I, Tonya?
Yeah.
Really funny. Like doing a whole
nailed
tongue-in-cheek movie about how weird Tonya Harding was and being able
she
to
brought Tonya Harding to the Academy Awards.
Yeah, to the awards. Like, so she's definitely funny. She definitely gets it. Barbie, did you see Barbie?
No, I saw Barbie.
Barbie was good,
nice.
dude.
Barbie
was good.
I
think Margot Robbie can do anything, but I haven't seen her do everything the way I've seen Salma Hayek do everything.
All right, let's keep moving. This is the last one I'm going to ask you, Bern. It's the last one I'm going to ask you.
Listen, these have gotten progressively harder as I think you've done an incredible job of like mapping
I'm an
this
incredible
out.
person.
These are getting difficult, and they've actually been difficult since Charlize.
Bern, I'll tell you, this is me coming at you because I know your style and I know what you like.
Coming right at my business.
I know your taste. This person might not have an extensive catalog. They've done some things, but for you, I think they've done the right thing.
Don't you dare.
I would like to know, who do you think is better, Salma Hayek or Maggie Gyllenhaal?
Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you air me out? How dare you air me out? Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
You think I forgot? You think I fucking forgot?
I can't believe you remembered that. I can't believe you remembered. Oh. Maggie Gyllenhaal is now directing the shot. Oh, fuck you. God damn, I'm so mad at you. Salma Hayek, son of a bitch. You rotten bastard. You rotten bastard. I can't listen. I love Maggie Gyllenhaal. I have always loved Maggie Gyllenhaal.
You were so on the train when she took over for Cruz's biddy in Dark Knight. You know
I had been there for been therein. Okay. I was
the one
Darko
singing it. And she nailed it.
I was the secretary in it. Okay. Listen, there is something. If in a room, red pill, blue pill, there's two ladies who want to talk to you, but you have to pick one. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. And a lot of you are going Salma Hayek or Maggie Gyllenhaal. What are you talking about? You've been talking about Salma Hayek for the last 45 minutes. You've made all of the points. You've talked about the back porch. You've talked about the top shelf. You've talked about the comedy and the versatility. And but what I want everyone to know here is that Matt Lavelle is a bastard. He's a bastard man. He's a bastard of a man. He reached back 15 years, 20 years into our relationship, and he pulled one out. He's got me cornered. And if I got to say it in front of God and everyone, God damn it, it's Salma Hayek.
Yeah, it is. So let's keep it moving, keep it on moving down the road. Bern, there's one last person, or being, I should say, that we have to ask this question to. Are you ready?
You do whatever you want, you miserable bastard.
All right, so moving on. I'm asking AI. I said, hello, AI. Can you please tell me why there isn't anyone better than Salma Hayek?
I'm actually psyched for this. I'm psyched to hear this.
AI's response is thus. They start by saying beauty is subjective. What one person finds beautiful, another person might not. Very true.
Of course.
They then said it's important to appreciate and celebrate the diversity of beauty. That being said, Salma Hayek is the most beautiful woman, and there's no beating her. AI, over and out.
Well, I mean, goddamn.
Straight from the cow's udder, motherfucker. Straight from the cow's udder.
Sometimes we come into these pods and we're throwing around what we're going to do, what we're going to talk about, what it's going to be. It's nice to know every once in a while that we nail it. Like, who's better than Salma Hayek? We ask AI. AI says, guys, no one. You got me in a box here. You got me cornered here.
What we been doing here? What do
you want me to say? There's no one better than Salma Hayek.
No one better than Salma Hayek. That being said, we are coming towards the top of time. Benoit, before we get out of here, what do you got to say to your, let's say, dozens and dozens of screaming Berniacs out there?
I just want to say, I love you, Mackie.
Yeah, smart move. So, speaking of being 5'11" like I am and playing with shiny rocks, this has been another episode of the Working Perspectives Podcast presents Ask AI. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You know us on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast. You do us on Twitter and TikTok at WorkingPod. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com, and please like and subscribe. We'll keep bringing you the sweet content. Just want to let everyone know, my wife is pregnant with our second child, and we're coming up on 400 episodes. And I don't know how much longer I can do this without everyone's support. So, if you have a friend, show a friend, let them know the funny shit we're doing here, but we need your help. So please, spread the word about the show. We love you, and this is all for you. Signing off, old Uncle Matty. Plant you now, dig you later. See ya!
Working Perspectives Podcast. Please like and subscribe.